what does having an abundance mindset really mean? You know, for a long time, I feel like I had a loser mentality. I had a pessimistic type of mindset. I always kind of feared like, oh, I already know that girl gonna stop talking to me. Oh, once she get to know me, she gonna think I'm a loser. A lot of us ain't got no self-worth. We don't believe in ourselves. We ain't got no confidence. But guess what? The one thing we all have in common, we all chase women. The point of me saying this is it's so important to focus on your growth as a person. Like, you gotta have mentors. You gotta improve how you see things, because chasing women is like a dead end. We chase women because we don't know how to validate ourselves. And that's an important thing, because you got to think about it like this, right? Say you chasing her, right? And say you pull her and you get her. Well, you're going to have to keep doing that same thing you did to get her. Because I know y'all heard the quote, how you got somebody's how you going to keep them. So that's why it's so important, like, as a man, to like, man, like, don't even like entertain chasing a woman. Like, let them come to you. And what I mean by that is, a lot of us out here, we're not even focused on our goals in life. We're not even focused on making ourselves happy. A lot of you dudes is scared to go out to eat by yourself alone. You wouldn't even be able to do it because you don't know how to stand alone. And that's where that abundance mindset comes in. The world is your oyster. And a lot of men don't know that. But the thing is, what do? We go to the dating apps and we get frustrated as men that, oh man, the dating market is so rigged. Of course, because all you dudes is worried about chasing a woman. That's why it all goes back to your mindset and how you think. It's so important to work on that and to improve. But guess what? We live in a generation where we don't want to put the work in. Like, we see the shine of people, but we don't see the grind. And a lot of us don't want to put that work in to become better. But guess what feels better though? It feels better when we point our finger at everybody else. Oh, it's her fault. It's women's fault. It's their fault. But have you blamed yourself yet? A lot of our problems can literally be solved if we worked on becoming better people. If you worked on improving your mindset, improving your perspective. If you love to love yourself. A lot of us don't really love ourselves. And I'm not saying that you should be happy 24/7 and walk around with a smile on your face, kikiing all day. But what I mean is understanding what you bring to the table. Understanding that you are a king. The energy you put out, that's how people are going to perceive you, whether it's true or not. If you arrogant and not really confident, a woman can sniff that out. Just like a dog can sense when you really scared. So that's why it's important to put the work in to become better, because as you become better, you're going to separate yourself from all the other dudes who's doing the same thing. Chasing women, trying to get numbers. Focus on yourself. That's why hobbies are so important. You know, people don't even talk about that. Having hobbies that you can do on your own is very important, because when you have a woman come into your life, she can join you with these things. And it keeps you busy. It's good to have things that you love to do alone or with other people. That's important. But a lot of us don't want to do that. And my thing is like, yo, how can you really lead a relationship with her when you're going to be looking for her to lead? Because if you're chasing her, that means you're going to be looking for her to lead the relationship. So off rip, you can't even be the leader. As a leader, you got to know where you're going. And to do that, you have to focus on who. Just like when you drive in a car, how you going to keep going straight when you worried about what's going on in that lane and worrying about what's going on in this lane? You got to be focused on, I'm in this lane, I'm going straight. Same thing with life. A lot of us are just kind of like floating with the wind instead of putting in the work to become better. A lot of us are just listening to Lil Baby all day instead of reading that book that we should be reading. A lot of us are, you know what I'm saying, watching the reality shows and watching Netflix all day when we should be figuring out what do we want to do with our lives. That's the real magic right there. Because guess what? Women are gonna always be here. They're not going nowhere. And I know it sucks to put the work in to become better. Who wants to do that? But guess what? It's gonna feel better. Because now, when you do that, guess what comes with that? Now you have standards for yourself. See, a lot of us dudes, man, we would mess with a tree if it was a girl. If you know what I'm saying. And my thing is, when you put the work in to become better, naturally you have standards for yourself, which means now you have standards for other people. So that means if they don't match up to your standards, they gotta go. Just like a job. If you don't, first of all, if you don't fit the criteria for the job, you don't even get the interview. But when you work in a job and you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, you get punished for it. And that's kind of how the mindset you have to have with your life. It got to be about you first. We have to be selfish, because when I was a nice guy, I put everybody else first and my needs were never met. And nobody else ever cared. Nobody cares, especially as a man. Nobody cares. You got to care about yourself before somebody else can care about you. Because if you're not good up here, nothing out in this outer world is gonna be good. But as men, we want the women so bad. We want that chick so bad. But mentally, you're not even ready for her. And what you don't even realize is she not even in your league, because you a dude that got self-worth. She not even in your league. But you over there drooling at the mouth. But she not even good for you, because she not gonna even bring nothing to the table for you anyway. So that's my video, guys. I just want us to become better with putting in the work to become better people, and stop worrying about all that other stuff. You can't worry about the stuff that you can't control. All you can control is what's up here. And once you control this, everything else around you change straight up. So guys, that's my video for today, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.